Hey guys, it's Elena here, the Stitching Farmer. I hope everyone has been well. I feel like we're on this COVID roller coaster ride, just constantly up and down, up and down. We'll go for a while with hardly having any COVID testing, then all of a sudden we'll be book solid with COVID testing. And then we do, I'm a pharmacist, and we do a lot of COVID testing and vaccines. And just Thursday, we were fully booked for COVID testing. We do a lot of the, for traveling too, for people though. And let's see, work has been crazy. We just had our annual controlled substance inventory, and that I was there till 10 o'clock that night. I was so exhausted when I came home, I just went straight to bed. But it's over for another year, so I don't have to think about it for till next year. And currently my husband and children are out of town. That's why my house is so quiet. They are visiting with my in-laws up in South Carolina. They live near Greenville. Dog came to say hi to me. And so they are, I think they're coming back. Today is Sunday. I believe they're coming back either Monday or Tuesday. I don't think my husband's decided yet. So it's been nice and quiet. Been getting lots of stitching in, just having the house to myself. And I have a couple finishes, so I will go ahead and I made a video of my first finish, so I'll go ahead and insert that here. Guess what, guys? I have finally finished Versailles. This is Chatelaine Mystery 20. It was one of the final pieces that Martina designed before she passed away. So if you purchase this pattern, there are no instructions that go along with it. The Chatelaine support group on Facebook has a guide, and that's what I went by when stitching this. It's in their files section. So let's get up close here and we can take a look at some of the fancy stitches and beads. So you see all those beads there. These bigger ones, these are bicones. These are delicas that are used in the patterns. I love the way they fit perfect in there. I love those palm trees there. You see the orange and lime trees, little bushes. These trees were neat. They have like the silk lame braid is in the middle, and then the outside is one of the Gloriana silks. You know, I think I missed a bead right there. I had an extra one and I was wondering where it went. So I guess I'm not quite finished yet, so I'll have to go sew that on. So, lots of little bronze beads here. You can see them there and there. This part was the most difficult for me, was just stitching. It was just, the colors were boring. I did not really enjoy that stitching of the palace. You have to stitch the front and the back side. I like the cross hatching on the ribbons there. There's some more here. This has a red, or no, I'm sorry, purple and a green color. It's hard to really see the design since they're both kind of dark colors. This is like the one thing I wasn't the biggest fan of, are these tiles here, tile beads here. I just couldn't get them looking right. So now we go into this is the fan garden. Got Marie Antoinette's insignia. Got some little bicone beads here. These are some dark green and gold beads. Some more little gardens. These fountains are really cool. There's so many beads here. It's kind of hard to, you can kind of see it when I block the light. These are rice stitches. There's 3 different color flosses in there. You stitch the X in the middle, and then a cross, and then the one you see on the top layering that. So it's like a layer of 3 different stitches. They're fun though. See all the different specialty stitches. these little flower here, Jessicas. This one you got there's some road stitches in there. There's a little bicone, more Tilla beads, Tyla beads. I'm not sure which is the correct pronunciation. And then you got the fountain here, lots of those beads there. You can see them now better. Gold Tyla beads in this border here. You got the middle. It's got the flower medallion in there. So many. I think there. Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bicones right here in a row. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. And this is fully stitched or fully beaded here. No cross stitches. Lots and lots of sparkle. Got gold beads here, blue beads here. This is a type of a woven stitch. And then the other side just mirrors the right side there. And then this is the back side. This is the part that took me so long. It was just like, oh, I just did not want to work on it any longer. But I finally just pushed myself through it, and then it still took me a long time. Then I had a baby, and it was hard to pull it out, but you know, they want to be into everything. I had to lock my cat up because she was trying to jump all over this. My husband and kids are gone to his parents right now, so that's why my house is so quiet. But you can see each one of these gardens are a different color there. Oh, and this is the other insignia for King Louis. And then these just use little pawns in the middle. I'm so happy it's finally done. Oh, these were fun to stitch too. Just more little gardens, but you have to use so many different color silks and Rainbow Gallery threads that she uses for the metallics there. Satin stitches, more roads. Just big Jessicas there. I didn't do them right. You're supposed to weave this under there, but I just left it that way. So I did want to point out, if you look at it online, it does look different. The mock-up does. Because I guess she was still changing and rearranging. And then she passed away and she never got to update it. So it definitely does look different. Like, there's no chandeliers, there's none of some kind of garden, I'm guessing. So if you buy the pattern, this is what it looks like though. So yay, so happy to have it done. Also brought out my sparkling peacock mandala. This is what made me fall in love with Chatelaines. I was trying to find a peacock cross stitch, and I came across this, and I was like, I thought it was the most amazing thing I'd ever seen for a cross stitch. And then I went to European cross stitch and saw the price of it and almost fell over. But I saved up my money, and this is back when I still had student loans, so I didn't have as much spending money. But I finally purchased it, and I think I finished this in 6 months. It's quite a bit of a, let me see if I can zoom out far enough, of a size difference though. Like, look at the size difference. I'm on my dining room table. So it is, Versailles is quite a bit larger than Sparkling Peacock. This piece has so many beads. Look at all those gorgeous blues and greens and yellows and purple beads. I just love these tails. This was such a joy to stitch. I enjoyed it all. I did not have to struggle through anything with this piece. It's just gorgeous. I love the peacock tails. They are just so pretty. She uses this in quite a few of her designs for the centerpiece. This was just such a joy to stitch. So the next one I'm planning on stitching is going to be Fairy Flower Garden. I'm so excited. I want to stitch this for my daughter's room. Let me see, I pulled it up on. So this is the Fairy Flower Garden. And I just think this would be so cute for a little girl's room. So hopefully I'll have it done by, I'm like aiming for 5 years old. If you go and you like go on the Chatelaine Facebook group and you can type in which one you're looking for, these dragonflies are so pretty. And these fairies, I want to say there is some over 1 on them. I'm thinking that their skin is over 1, I want to say. I believe this is quite a large design. I'm missing the stitch count here. You can also stitch it. They have another option where you can do flowers instead of fairies. Not sure if that size goes with that. Okay, so it's 352 by 352. There's the stitch size on it. And then this is the pack from it. I'll pull it, or I'll show you a little bit closer. I'll open it up on another video. So once again, fully finished. Well, I mean, you know, it's not framed, but it's done. I'm so happy to finally have it done, and I'm so excited to get to start a new one. So I can't wait to show you my progress on Fairy Flower Garden. So one last look at Versailles, Mystery 20. Hey guys, so I thought I'd share with you, I'm about to put my first stitches into Fairy Flower Garden. So I got my pretty nice fabric all ready to go. Got it on my, I used the Quantum Frame by Almanac. There's my pup. I have these little clips that help to get the size taut. I just have to remember to undo them when I'm done stitching because I don't want them to warp my fabric. Got my little flamingo needle minder ready to go. Nice taut fabric. This is Fairy Flower Garden, I'm about to start. And this is 50 colors, and then there was I think 6 or 7 more that wouldn't fit, and I didn't feel like getting another pack of organizer, so I just added it on to my floss ring. So I got like some CNC on here along with the rest of the colors. You got your petite treasure braids. Lots of silver in this one. I think there's 3. Is that 3? Yeah, 3 cards of that color. And this one has like an iridescent sheen to it. The camera's not really picking up on it though. And there's 2 of those. Lots of beautiful silks. This one is the, I think it's called Thread Gatherer. Oh, Silken Colors. Yeah, Thread Gatherer. So there's some beautiful, it cracked me up though. This one was called Pond Scum. Interesting name for a color. Pretty purples. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Reminds me of like a blueberry color. Pretty greens. Got some water lilies. I always feel like this one's a favorite of Martina's. It's the Deep Blue Sea by Gloriana. I think both the last two I stitched, the Versailles and Sparkling Peacock had that one on, I believe. I'm always afraid if I ever washed it, this color would run, I believe. Gloriana, pretty purple. And that's pretty color. So those are all the Flosstube that came with it. Ooh, try to get out there. Except for the DMC, of course. You have to supply your own DMC with the kit. Those are not included. So I just thought y'all would enjoy seeing this. This is like one of my favorite parts, is when I'm about to put those first stitches in. You've got all your prep work done and you're going to start your new project in this pretty pristine fabric that you're ready to paint with floss on. So I will come back maybe in a couple days and show you how far I've gotten on it. I also wanted to show you the bead pack for Fairy Flower Garden. With most of the Chatelaine bead packs, the beads are like this full. Look at how full some of these are. Like this one here, 4.5 grams. And it's full, like all the way to the top. 4 grams of that one, 4.5 grams of this color. Wow, that's a lot of beads of that color. And then the bicones, let me see. There was one that had a lot of colors, I thought. Maybe I just imagined it. I used to do a lot of beading when I was younger. This was always one of my favorite colors, this green one here. It's got that AB sheen to it. Ah, this is what it is. I thought these were beads, but these are actually bicones in here. So there's 52 of the Alexandrite. They're very pretty though. I like purple. I feel like a lot of people say they don't like purple, but I like it, especially the lavender color like that. Lots of pretty colors. This is, gray beads seem a little out of place. There's a lot of pinks and purples and blues in Fairy Flower Garden. It also has some, I don't know if you can see them there. I won't zoom on everything, but there's some cubes in there though. Can't remember, I know Versailles didn't have any cubes. Peacock Garden may have had some. I'm not for sure though. This is a very pretty color too. A pinky rose, the dusty rose. Lots of sparkle. Pretty blues and purples. I wait till the end to put the beads on. I'm always afraid I'm gonna crush the beads or crush the fabric. But it is hard putting the beads on at the very end because you're just ready to be done by that point. I've learned to do the specialty stitches as I go. Those are all the pretty beads for Fairy Flower Garden. So yay, so happy it's finally done. It only took me 4 years to finish stitching my Versailles. So super happy to have that one done. Oh, found a pair of scissors that I was looking for. So that was one of my 2 finishes I had. My other finish, this is Lady Catt. It is part of the little Nora's that Nora Corbett does. She also designs the Mirabilious. She releases, she either has a big Mirabilia release or 2 little Nora's on the 15th of every month. So just FYI, for those, I'm sure probably most of y'all know that. So I finished Lady Catt. Here, let me get still have my needle minder on it. So here she is. Sorry, I did not iron her. She has a pretty face, lots of beading. Look at that dress. How pretty is that? Let me, just in case you can't see it very well. So happy that she's done. I love those vibrant colors of her dress, the purples, the reds and oranges and greens. And look at that, she has gray hair. She is just so pretty. One thing I like about Nora's is there's not a lot of back stitching. Only her face, her hair, a little bit on the fan, and her body have back stitching on it. And this is stitched on, I'm in the Fiber of the Month for Fiberlicious, so this is Jade Dragon, 32 count linen. That's what my favorite thing to stitch the Nora's and Mira's are on, is that. I think the little ones usually look pretty good on a green background because they're like plants, flowers, except the green stem. Let's see what else I have been working on. I've worked a little bit on this piece. This is Christmas on the Beach. And right now I am filling in that top right there. So this uses 4 strands of floss. So it can be hard to pull it on through. And I've been, so I haven't been able to 2-hand stitch because my left hand's just not quite strong enough, so I have to pull it through with my right for both of them. So I put a good bit of work into that. What was some of the other, that's all, okay. I had some new starts. So I started God Bless America. I have so many Plum Street designs, but this is my first one I've started. This was so super glare. This was one of the market releases. And so I started working in the middle. I was afraid to work too high at the top and then be off because this fabric was very close to what I needed, so I started in the center. So right now I started this part, and I just started stitching on the house. Just a little bit of red right there, and there's a lot of red. Even like, it's hard to see, but even the windows are actually red. It's just got white stitching over top of it. I just love that border though. So that is a little small start with that one. I don't have like any patriotic pieces, so I'm trying to find some patriotic pieces. I like to put it in a white frame. I have been working on English Garden. I saw this stitched by Lisa Smith, the Kindred Stitcher, and I just fell in love with it. I am stitching it on, this is, I know it's 40 count. I want to say it is, I try to leave the stickers on them. It is Jack Frost Linen by Seraphim Fabrics. I really like this piece of fabric. I like lighter modeling. I think it's just done beautifully. So right now I still got to fill in, right now I'm right there filling in the zigzag. This is like all stitched right through there. And then the flowers, so I went across like back and forth. I'm kind of regretting doing that. I don't like the stripy look. So I think from now on I'm gonna do like a, I think there was 7 of these flowers. So I think I'm gonna do a circular and work towards the center from now on. So that one again is English Garden by Sampler. Sampler's Not Forgotten. And I think their piece, it's a big stitch, it's 210 by 361. They stitched on 10 roof by Weeks Dye Works, 40 count. And let's see, I think that I haven't like worked on a whole lot. My focus was to finish Versailles, and I finally got that done. So I was super happy about that. I want to, sorry, it's such a mess. I want to show you some of the things that I want to stitch now. I think my next start is probably going to be, this is Moonlight Lugana. I already have it all kitted up here. I did this a couple of years ago. This is a fairly small design. It was originally published in a magazine. I don't remember which magazine, but then it was republished as this copy. And it has 6 Kieran water lilies in it, which is a lot for a smaller design. And these aren't cheap either. They're kind of pricey. But they are so pretty. Look at those Kieran water lilies. There's 6 of them there. And these are silks. I want to say they're 12-stranded silk. Yeah, 12-ply silk. I even got like the DMC together. I did this years ago, I don't even remember. And then one Krynic. What color is that, gunmetal or? And then these are 8 beads, quite large ones. And then 2 packs of these, so it must use quite a bit of, I'm guessing that must all be in the border. Look at that border, how pretty. These are pretty color. Pretty, like a reddish fuchsia. More green. Kind of like a peachy. But I thought it would look good next to Sunrise Lugana. Laguna, not sure. Isn't she pretty though? I actually like Moonlight better, but I wanted to stitch this one first because I wanted to save the best for last. But she is so pretty too. She has, look at all those beads. I hope you can see it. There is a lot of beads through her hair, through the tail there. See all the shimmer? The flower, not really in the border on this one. She is so pretty. Love the orange and her black hair. So I thought that would be a good companion piece. Have those both. Maybe I put them in my daughter's room. So I think you could have them. Yeah, they could either face each other or the opposite way. I like them better facing each other though. So I think that will probably be my next start. I've got so much to work on right now, but I'm glad I'm getting some finishes. Let's see. Oh, and I'm just gonna, I think my cat was like sleeping on this. There's like all this black fur on it. Just the same white as the other one though. Yeah, I'm just gonna clean a little as I go. It's always such a mess when you get done with filming one of these videos. Alright. I haven't pulled this out in a while. I really need to. I've fallen behind on, this is Fall on the Farm by Little House Needleworks. So I have stitched the first 3 and there are 3 more out. So cute. So I also, let's see, I need to, this will be the next part that I stitch. It is pick your own chart. Pick your own chart, it says. Oh, it's just pick your own, sorry. Thought that didn't make sense. Then the middle piece is changing leaves. Kind of reminds me of a quilt block. And then the latest one that's out is with a moo here. Little cow on the farm and blackbirds. So I need to catch up with that. I think they are released on, I'm gonna say like somewhere like the 20th or the 22nd of each month. It is currently June the 12th. Don't think I worked on, I just shoved it all in this bag. This is Everflowering Garden by Forest Embroidery. It is quite a large piece. But I don't remember if I worked on this. It is super wrinkled. Look at that border. So pretty. And this goes all the way down, and it's a big piece. So I'm about halfway across the first row. So I still got to go the other halfway, and then long way to go. I was like, yeah, I can finish this year. It's gonna be a multi-year project. Alright, so let's go to haul now. Oh, sorry, I got some in my eye. I got a tisket, a tasket. Sorry, I put the threads inside here. It's pretty blues and grays and creams. It's all Weeks Dye Works. I'll just pick them up. So there's multiple skeins of the same shades. Very pretty colors. I love that border. It's such a pretty design. This is Tisket a Tasket by Rosewood Manor. It was another market release. I'm working on kitting this up. This is Glendon Place. I think I showed this in my haul video from when I was down at Brick City Stitchers. I bought this there, I believe, I'm pretty sure. So I'm trying to, I don't have them all yet. I'm working on collecting. And I'm purchasing a couple every month. These silks aren't cheap. So I'll buy like 3 a month, 3 or 4 a month. When I go to order my monthly chart for the fall on the farm. And then I've got some of the beads going here. It also has a bunch of little treasures here. I can't really see them. They're little yellow flowers that go in the center of the flowers here. So I'm thinking maybe a Christmas start. Thinking maybe I could find a way to divide it up into 12 parts and then just stitch it throughout next year. I also bought, this is a very pretty one. Cross stitch with Luda has stitched it. This is a lot of, I believe all the binds are just back stitching. This is also Rosewood Manor inspiration. It's a big chart, like this is it's a book. I got these are so cute, these little bead and button charts. This is one of the new ones from the fall releases. This is Fall Beach. Got the little pumpkins at the seashore with the seagulls. And then it's got big pumpkin there. Sorry. I haven't been using my voice much since I'm just home alone. I also picked up another one of the little bead and button Mill Hills. This is Paisley Pumpkin. And I love fall, y'all. This is just too cute. This one's on the navy. It's got a little leaf as your button. I always say I'm not going to stitch on the perforated paper anymore, but I probably will. It's convenient. It makes it easy to put into the frame. They come with like these, I think I have one back here. You can purchase. This one's a 6x6. What size are these? These are 5x5. I'm not sure. It might fit inside there. I want to say they're a little bit smaller for this size though. But you just pop it in there, put some like thumbtacks in to hold it in place. And it's easy peasy. You don't have to worry about doing any lacing or anything like that. Another one I'm working on kitting up, slowly kitting it up, is Another Year Creeps By. I believe this was a market release also by Ink Circles. This one you could easily do 12 parts. So I'm thinking an October start maybe. And so this uses Classic Colorworks. So I'm starting to gather those. I don't have them all. I think I still need, I want to say 3 more. I'm trying to decide what fabric I want to stitch it in. The model, it says, was stitched on 40 count linen, Dapple by Picture This Plus. So I couldn't find a piece of that. I did order a cut of 10 Smith. This is 36 count. I don't think this is what I want to stitch it on. I want it to look more like the picture here. And so I've been trying to find a piece of fabric. There's one by Seraphim I think I might order, but I'm sure I can find something else to stitch on this piece of tin sniff. There's another one. Sorry guys, trying to see what this is. I don't know what that one is. I think I had misplaced. Scared my dog. I think I had misplaced. I was going to start, another start I want to do is Quaker coffee. I don't know what I've done with it. This is one that I'm sure all y'all have seen her. This is Rosamond. I also have Sleeping Beauty. I thought she'd be a great companion piece. I ordered a piece of fabric to go with her. And I know it's fabrics by Stephanie, but I can't remember anything else about it. So it hasn't come yet, but I just ordered it. So I'll probably have a few more weeks before it comes in the mail. Look at this bead pack. There are like 15 color beads and also treasures too. Treasures are bicones, it looks like they're the treasures. You probably can't see through the plastic though. Pretty colors though. I think my favorite part is, I love the those flowers there. Just looks so peaceful. I guess Rosamond is another name for Sleeping Beauty. Pretty bed comforter too. And let me see if I can locate. Could have sworn, oh, here it is. I just put it on the bottom. This is a piece I'd like to stitch for my kitchen. It is Coffee Quaker, the Magical Elixir Series Part 2. I love like all the Quaker designs. So it calls for, I bought a piece of the called for fabric, which is Stars Hollow Blend by R&R. It just doesn't look like, I wanted it to look more like the picture. And I know pictures don't often look the same, but I feel like it's a big difference. And I just wanted something, I wanted a lighter. So I went with Picture This Plus Newcastle linen to stitch on. So I like it. It kind of reminds me of someone spilled coffee on the fabric. I drink a lot of coffee. Last time I went to my dental hygienist, she was like, do you drink coffee? And I was like, it must be time to whiten my teeth again. These are the colors that go with it. So you got lots of browns. Of course, you know, you're stitching coffee, coffee beans, everything's brown. Pretty colors. And stitching time lately has been pretty limited. I only get to stitch about like an hour or two a night. Like I'm spoiled. My husband doesn't work, so I don't do chores. Like I don't cook, I don't clean. My husband takes care of most of that. I mean, he's not the best cook in the world, but you know, I eat it. But so I don't have to worry about, like I do mostly spend time with like I take care of the kids a lot of times while he does that stuff though. Like in the evenings he'll do the dishes and I'll give our daughter a bath. So I do have a little bit more time because I don't have to do chores and stuff. He's not the best housekeeper in the world though. It's not as clean as I would like it to be. But he is talking about going back to work So we are putting our daughter into daycare. She's supposed to actually start this week, but they went up to my in-laws. So now she will be starting next week. And I told him that he has to take her. Like I can't go through it again because she is super clingy. She's worse than the boys are, and the boys, it was hard to get them started in daycare. But it's a good facility. We got to go tour it, and we met all the little kids. And I think she'll eventually like it, but it's definitely going to be a struggle with her. Like, out of all 3 of our kids, when we took them to see Santa, the boys, they both loved Santa. She did not. She screamed. So I'm making my husband do it this time. Because he's not actually going to start working yet because the boys are out of school. So then we'd have to find childcare for them too. But we're just going to slowly introduce her into daycare. And I told him only to let her go like half a day, just like 4 hours a day, just from 9 to 1 or something, just to kind of ease her into it until we really need the daycare. And then we'll have to figure out what to do. I think the school has something after school for boys, but he's planning on going back to work to be an electrician. He went to school for it before the pandemic hit, right before the pandemic hit, and he never got to. Then I got pregnant again. It wasn't planned or expected, but it was a blessing, and we love our daughter. But so now he wants to go back to work. Hopefully he didn't forget everything. And I think I have one of my coworkers, her dad has an electric company, so I may be able to get him a job with him to kind of get his feet wet and get started. I'm not exactly sure. I think they do residential electrician. I don't know what he really wants to do. I keep trying to tell him to get a job like I forget what the power company is here. It's not. I'm from Georgia, so I always want to say Georgia Power, but Gulf Coast Power. So I'm not sure yet what the future is going to bring for us, but hopefully in the fall some new things will be happening for our family. And I hope so it's currently June. I hope y'all have a great summer. I'm going to try to post another video hopefully next month. I'll get time to, maybe August, hopefully before the kids go back to school. I'll at least get one more in. It's hard with the boys home because they're really loud, but hopefully I'll get one more in before summer is over. Sorry. So I hope everyone is having a great summer, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye. I wanted to share the backyard with you. Some of my flowers. It's my dog's lip. Trying to turn this into like a tropical oasis. And I forget some of the names of these plants. That one's dragon toe or something, dragon's breath. This is a pretty cornflower blue color. All the blossoms are one single tiny blossom. Oh, look, my husband, he's so good. He imperial blue. Get back in the ground here. I don't see where he saved any of them. Oh, is this it? Snapdragon, that's what it's called. I don't see on here what that one's called. This one blooms quite a bit. These are pretty. These came back from last year. I know the one on the left is a ginger plant. Ginger something. I don't remember what this one is. Look at those pretty. So pretty. I love the ginger plants. We did not think they were coming back, and then all of a sudden they started sprouting. I have these 2 palm trees, one on each side. There were 2 big, huge cedar trees right in the middle here, but the Hurricane Sally took them out. Well, took one of them out. We just went ahead and cut the other one down. hibiscus. I have 3 hibiscus. This is the Cana lily. Look at the size. We planted these at the same time. This size compared to this one over here. That one's very happy plant. It's finally got a bud coming up there on that Cana lily. Look at this hibiscus. This is the prettiest hibiscus. It is a Hawaiian sundown hibiscus. And those colors are so pretty. I need to come out, get out here and fertilize. It just smells so bad. I feel like I smell like it all day. I use that Alaskan fish fertilizer on them, and they just love it. That one's more of an orangey red back there. That back there in the corner is the strawberry. It's all strawberries back there. And maybe some other things that my husband planted. My daughter, she loves to go back there and she'll just eat all the strawberries. This is the backyard. We have neighbors on each side, but there's like a reserve behind us. It's real swampy back there. You get lots of mosquitoes. Pretty blue plant. I believe these are impatiens. Let me see here. What does that say? Sun patience. Yeah, they are a type of impatient. It gets a lot of sun right here, so we had to find plants that could tolerate a lot of sunlight. This one's doing really well. They were all like smaller than that one, and now they're gotten quite large. This is, the pool's really dirty. We've been having some bad weather. And my husband's out of town, so he's my pool boy. So I hope you enjoy the tour of my backyard. Oh, I forgot one more thing. My husband made this. It's like a thing to put towels on. Looks like we might get some bad weather. But it's Florida, we're always getting bad weather. But we have this bar, it's looking kind of rough. But we have these they have these birds nesting in it, and there's 2 little babies. And the mama bird, she keeps coming up and like sitting on the windowsill and just squawking at my cat. Quite brave. And both my animals. See the black cat eyes? And there's Lola. The cat, she hates when I go outside. She'll just sit and stare at me. She really likes to be, all you can see is her eyes. She really likes to be with people though. You have this to keep the bugs. There, you can see a little bit better there. She just watches out the window if we come outside to swim though.